I'm working on an install for a Chevy Tahoe, and I'm installing a Tru-Cool LPD transmission cooler. And this is a stacked plate and fin. Here is the model LPD4454. It's 7 1/4 inches by 11 3/4 inches. It's rated for 18,000 gross vehicle weight, 18,000 pounds. It's a BTU of 13,000. So this, the reason I bought this one from a local transmission shop, they weren't too bad of a price. I think it was around $74. It comes with a full kit, all kinds of attachments for it if you need them, different hose attachments and so forth, fittings, clamps, bolts, nuts, that kind of stuff. This one here, I did some reviews, and the plate and fin oil coolers are way more efficient than just the tube ones. So I decided to go with a smaller plate and fin so it didn't take up as much space on the front of the truck. You can see I already made some brackets for it. I'm getting ready to put it in. And I did order a separate fan to fit it. I'm just doing this custom. I ordered this on Amazon for $30. It's 12 volt, 80 watt. I think it's 1200 cubic feet per minute fan. I'm just getting ready to start finish up this install here. Basically, I'm halfway through. Took the front grill off the Chevy Tahoe, which was interesting. Yeah. So what I'm doing now is on the Tru-Cool, I'm going to install a thermostat so that I don't have to put a switch inside the truck, that it'll automatically go off when this radiator gets to a certain temperature. I'm going to set it around 165-70 degrees because that's where you want the transmissions run the best. From what I've read online from some transmission shops, between 160 to 175. That's their optimal running temperatures. I just got done installing the HVAC tape and an extra nut. I put that underneath to put pressure with it. I just put a larger nut on the front here with some washers and a lock washer, and I tightened it on there, and it pushes up against that thermostat, which a lot of pressure, keeping that up against the bottom of that the Tru-Cool radiator. And I've got the thermal tape also, which I put it in place to hold it firmly first, and then I put that bolt on there to keep the pressure against that thermostat so it doesn't go anywhere. Now I realize this is in the front of the grill, so there's going to be, water coming in from rain and wind and snow or whatever I drive through in the future. So I'm not sure. I know this tape is really good. I've used it before in other radiator applications. It might wear out after a while, so I might have to reapply it in a year or two just to see. We'll see what happens. Anyways, it usually works pretty good. This is the Hayden adapter, adapter 397 for the Chevy GM radiator. This Hayden adapter allowed me to put the hose directly on the adapter into the radiator, so I didn't have to cut the original transmission line. I was able to just bypass that with that adapter, plug it in, and then I was able to put the other return hose and press that onto the return transmission line. So that way, if something happens or you need to reconnect the configuration as it was, if you're selling the vehicle or need to remove that transmission cooler for any reason, it's a lot easier to do in the future. And so this transmission connection here, I put the old clip back on, the plastic cover right there, and you can see that. And then as you see, it just pops, the thing just pops right in. It's got a little rubber gasket in there, so it just pops right in. really easy. The adapter works great, so hopefully I'll run it and see if there's any leaks. You never know when you change stuff out after 100,000 miles. And I've got pretty much everything finished up. I ran a test. There were no leaks. You can see I wrapped up all the wire on the corrugated protective plastic wire sheath. And all the hoses are clamped solid to the framework in front of the truck here, so nothing moves around, nothing scrapes. And you can see the hoses go around the radiator. And I did another cooler install on a vehicle I had before, and I did the same thing, and it lasted. I've never had a problem. I had it on there for 7 years. The hoses never rubbed a hole or anything in them. So what I like to do is take old radiator hose. I cut it a slash down the middle so I can put hose through it. And I just put that to kind of space things out and keep it from rattling in places so it doesn't rub any holes in the hoses. You can see I ran the wire up to the relay, basically the thermostat sensor. This is that Hayden 3653 I was talking about. And I guess I lost a little knob. I'm going to have to look and see if I can find one. But anyways, it's all hooked up and the fan works. So now I'm going to have to put everything back together. Got some really nice airflow now, 1200 CFM. So when I'm going up those mountain passes on the gravel roads with the trailer up a steep bank, and you don't have a lot of wind going through because you're going nice and slow, that's going to make a big difference in cooling that transmission nice. Transmission temperature last year would be at 200 already, 210. With that Tru-Cool, it's at 194. We're at 79 degrees outside.